program. Speaking in Garissa, he stated that the government has allocated 75 million shillings to support the young people in the county. The initiative aims to empower local and refugee youth through financial support and opportunities for growth. Ruto also added that the program will help address unemployment and promote skills development among the county youths.
County tumetoa pesa ya serikali milioni 375 kwa program hii ya Nyota kupatia vijana 7,500 wa Garissa County. Vijana hoye. Vijana 7,500 wa Garissa County, wakiwemo vijana refugees, because they live in our midst. Even the refugee young people will benefit from the Nyota program because they work, they reside in Garissa County, na kwa sababu nyinyi mumekuwa host community ya wale ambao wametoka nje wakimbizi, ndio tumeongeza beneficiaries hapa Garissa County so that you can continue the integration of communities, of citizens of this globe. People who have left their homes because of insecurity and other reasons, they are in this county. You have been great hosts, and that is why we are going to support.
And now the governors have proposed an allocation of 534 million shillings for the 2026-2027 financial year during a Budget and Finance Committee meeting in Kilifi County. The proposals aim to increase the budget share to support key development projects, infrastructure and county operations. Governors have emphasized that additional funds will help accelerate service delivery and address pressing community needs. The recommendation will now be reviewed by parliamentary committees before final approval.
26-27 financial year of 534 billion Kenya shillings, which has 5 main components, starting with a baseline of 415, that was the last financial year's allocation. We have adjustment for revenue growth of 35 billion. We also have an amount specific to facilitate transition of VHC staff from the national government to counties of 8.94 billion. We also have an amount specific to functions that were gazetted and devolved, amounting to 65.97 billion. And then number 4, we have the third and fourth cycle of the salaries relating to state officers and public officers, where national government is already implementing the salary review. We are in arrears. That's around 10 billion.
To ensure that we fund devolution. Governors are pushing for more resources to go to counties, and as elected leader, I am in agreement with their push. But we must also be, aware that there may be some challenges. Some of the challenges that we are likely to face is the fact that the resources we are collecting from KRA in terms of revenue may not be substantial enough to be able to, give them the resources they want in terms of
And elsewhere, Gender and Children Affairs Minister Anna Cheptumo has urged communities to protect children with disabilities, stressing that they should be included and not discriminated against. She highlighted that, like women and girls with disabilities who often face exclusion, children with disabilities have the same rights as their peers.
This initiative reflects the power of collective action and community-driven development. The achievement realized from the previous edition demonstrate the positive impact of partnerships in improving learning and living conditions for vulnerable children. Sustainable support for children with disabilities cannot be achieved by government alone.
Because women and girls with disability often face multiple and overlapping discrimination. Discrimination based on their gender and based on their disability. They often face the risk of exclusion from education, from health, and protection from violence. So this Valentine's Day, let it not be remembered for flowers alone, but let's remember it for tangible love towards.
And the Jubilee Party Deputy Leader Fred Matiang'i has declared himself the best candidate to vie for the presidency in the next year's general election. Speaking during the launch of Jubilee Party Regional and Nakuru County headquarters, Matiang'i said he is ready to lead the country if given the opportunity. He noted that his administration will prioritize reforms in the health and education sectors, saying the two are critical to improving the livelihoods of Kenyans. Matiang'i added that strong institutions, accountability and efficiency is important.
Team.
Tukifanya hapa tukisafisha sekta ya elimu, hatutukua na hii maneno mnaona hapa eti watoto waendi shule. Mambo ya afya hii imeletwa siku hizi, sarakasi zinaitwa SHA. Sisi tunataka kutoa hiyo yote, tutarudisha mahali tulikuwa vizuri, hii nchi ingie kwa barabara.
Hakuna mtu ambaye utafanya rais wa nchi ya Kenya ambaye atafanya kazi ya kufurahisha kama huyu jamaa yuko hapa. Tumeelewana?
Tuko gagari. What you are fighting for, we are now getting it. And we thank God. I am the happiest person here today kuona kwamba chama ambacho kilikuwa kimetupiliwa bali.
Now, allow us to take a quick short break. We'll be back shortly. Agreed to continue supporting initiatives that promote arts, education, and heritage.
Marks the 70th anniversary of establishment of diplomatic relations between China and Africa, and has been designated by President Xi Jinping and African leaders as China-Africa Year of People-to-People Exchanges.
These multifaceted avenues of collaboration underscores the enduring and dynamic cultural ties between Kenya and China, fostering mutual respect and, of course, shared growth. Happy that we are going to have another year of exchanges between Kenya and China. There is more that we can learn from China, and there's a lot that China can also learn from us. I know that I am in awe of the way you have preserved your beautiful dresses. That's why today I try to dress African.
And elsewhere, the Kenya Union of Clinical Officers is calling for constitutional review to establish centralized health workers management body, arguing it will help reduce recurring industrial unrest in the health sector. The union says health services continue to be disrupted across the country due to delayed salaries, stalled promotion, and poor coordination under the current devolved system. Speaking on behalf of the union, Secretary General said a central body will harmonize employment, ensure timely payment to health workers, and improve career progress.
In the way we address issues. And we learned this very well when we had COVID-19, that we had to centralize the management of all the health facilities in the country and the human resource for us to have a way forward and to address the issues of COVID-19. We still lose people. We still have people who have been denied key essential services by virtue of people being on strike, and we have a don't care governors, some of them who feel that they are untouchable because they are doing their second term in office. Like Massabit for more than 10 years now, clinicians have not seen any promotion, and they are feeling that they have reached a point of.
And Hundreds of community health promoters in Embu County staged protests over delayed payments of their stipends, saying the county government owes them up to 4 months' pay. The community health promoters say some arrears date back to November and December 2024, mounting to 7.8 million shillings. They also claim payments for December last year and January this year have not been released.
Wakati tumeungana hapa ni kwa sababu hatupelekwi vizuri. Hiyo yote chairman wetu amesema ni ukweli. Na kama Mbeere South Sub County sisi tuna arrears ya miezi miwili yenye hatukulipwa na national government. Na hiyo sasa tumecomplain, list zimeenda, tumefanywa correction mpaka tukachoka. Kwa hivyo hata nayo tunauliza tukifanywa hiyo ingine yote, hata hiyo tukumbukwe ifuatiliwe ilienda wapi ili tuweze hata sisi kulipwa, kwa sababu kazi tumefanya, tunaandai haki yetu.
Pesa imewekwa miezi mbili kwa bank mpaka saa hii kutoka 28 Januari 2026. Sasa hii ni wiki ya pili inaelekea. Pesa ilipotelea wapi? Tunaambiwa kila wakati saa hii tutalipwa. Pesa itafuatiliwa mpaka lini? Tumekuja kujua inafuatiliwa mpaka lini. Sisi hatuna mengi, kazi tunafanyia community vizuri. Hata wao wenyewe wakubwa wana appreciate tunafanya kazi, lakini ukiwauliza kama hata wao wenyewe wanalipwa, hakuna mtu anadai hata mwezi mmoja, lakini sisi tunadai miezi 4.
Kuna pesa yetu ambao hawajalipa ya November and December 2024, na ndio tumekuja kushirikiana pamoja ili tuweze kuambia watupe pesa yetu sababu tumefanya kazi. Ya pili, tuna watu ambao hawapati pesa from national government ambao tumetuma majina ya hao watu na mpaka imefika pahali mpaka hao watu wamechoka. Kuna watu mpaka miezi 6, miezi 9 na huko hawajapata pesa ya national, which is tunaona kama viongozi hii kitu haifai sababu pia wanafanya kazi kama vile ambavyo tunavyofanya. Pia ya tatu tulikuwa na issue ingine ya commodities. Kuna vifaa zile ambazo tunafanya kazi nazo, strips, pia kuna precast, then kuna hata batteries za glucometer na BP machine ambazo hatuna. Na sasa pia tunashindwa tutafanyia community yetu kazi aje. Hatutoki hapa mpaka pesa yetu tuwekewe. Pesa ambayo iko kwa bank. Si ati gavana hajaachilia pesa. Pesa imeachiliwa. Gavana amefanya kazi yake, lakini kuna watu wanakanyangia na ndio tunataka kujua.
And elsewhere, the Devolution Empowerment Party, DEP, has called on the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, to ensure free, fair and transparent by-election in Mbeere North constituency in Embu County. The elections will be held in Muninji and Evurori wards following the resignation of MCAs Newton Karish and Duncan Mbiu, who quit to contest last year's parliamentary by-elections. DEP says the previous by-election raised concerns over the credibility of the electoral process and wants stronger safeguards this time. The party is fielding Boniface Kariuki Muminji, while former MCA Albert Kirogo is contesting the Evurori seat on the Democratic Party ticket.
At the moment, has no bones. It's new. We don't know who controls it, but we have an idea. But they were toothless during the election of Karis. They were nowhere to even make a decision. It was the army. And even when they went to announce whatever they wanted to announce, it was the army escorting government officials. That's it. So, it was a non-participatory election as far as the Mbeere people are concerned, Mbeere North. I was one there. We tried to even get in the turning center. It was impossible. I personally, I gave the account to IEBC a week ago about what happened, and I hope they are going to rectify. A lot of the people who are in UDA, they have decided to decamp to join the bus, and I thank them a lot. Na washukuru kwa sababu ya kuingia bus. Na hawa ni wananchi wa Muminji, ndio wenye Muminji, na wakiongea Hao wakiongea ni Mumenje imeongea.
Mimi kama mkaaji wa Mumiji nimehama officially kwa chama cha UDA na nikaingia kwa chama cha BAS siku ya leo. Hii by election ya kiti ya MCA tutachagua Boniface Gare wa Chuvi na chama cha BAS.
Kamati ya uchaguzi IEBC, tafadhali tunaiomba ishughulikie na isimamie uchaguzi bila biasness. Isikue kama ya last time. Tumeamua ya kwamba hii eneo, tukianza na Mumeji yenyewe, ni eneo la BAS. Na tumesema kupitia uchaguzi mdogo unaokuja, we are going to write a statement to the government in capital letters that we belong to the DEP party, we belong to the opposition, na sisi ni wa one.
And now the Lake Basin Development Authority is setting up a fish feed processing plant to support aquaculture in the region and lower the cost of fish farming. The facility will complement the ultra-modern fish hatchery commissioned by the authority in 2025, strengthening fish production along the Lake Victoria Basin.
That indicates that only 10% of the ponds that have been developed have been stocked. So that means that in terms of pond farming, we have underutilization. Now what we are doing as Lake Basin is, number one, is to try and ensure that the unutilized up ponds are utilized. So we have done a survey, we have the figures, we have the numbers of the ponds that needs to be stocked. Number two, we are working on building capacity of farmers in terms of training, just them acquiring knowledge on the best practices, so that we are.
And the government has cleared long-standing road arrears, settling all pending contractor bills up to December 2025. The Ministry of Roads and Transport has confirmed the payment was made possible through the securitization of road maintenance levy, which unlocked funds for contractors. Contractors say the clearance will ease financial pressure and support ongoing road projects across the country.
Entailed land compensation, that entailed maybe claims from particular contractors, but in actual works it would be fair to say we were in the region of about 125 billion. I can say authoritatively that the 125 billion that was outstanding as at December 31st, 2024 was paid and paid in full. And if there is anyone who has not been paid, then there has to be an issue that is administrative, that relates to the contractor and the authority. But it is fair to say that those bills were settled.
And the Nairobi Securities Exchange and Safaricom have launched ZD Traders, a new M-Pesa feature that allow users to buy and sell NSE-listed shares directly from their mobile wallets. The platform includes price alerts and share tracking, enabling users to monitor the market in real time. The initiative aims to expand retail investor participation by lowering barriers to share trading and making the capital market more accessible to Kenyans.
Over 30 million Kenyans, predominantly youth and women, we are expanding participation, deepening financial inclusion, and embedding a strong investment culture within our economy.
Wealth creation should not be a privilege for the few, but an accessible pathway for all. Anyone with a mobile phone now has the opportunity to build wealth and contribute to the growth of our country.
That markets work best when they function in the interests of both providers of capital, that is the savers, and also the users of capital. So for it to work, it must be a win-win situation.
Today there is a pathway for my friends, the mama mbogas and the border guys, to own a home. There is a pathway for them to access health. And today they have a pathway to buy shares from the comfort of their places in the market, from the comfort of sitting on their motorbike with their phone. Today, with the ZD Trader, they can
And in sports news, the Kenya's under-20 women football team, the Rising Starlets, have landed in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, ahead of the second leg of their FIFA under-20 World Cup qualifiers on Saturday. The team will hold a 1-0 lead from the first leg played in Nairobi last weekend, giving them advantage ahead into the decisive match. And finally, it's a wrap for EBN News at 1 p.m. Many thanks for watching. My name is Leticia Afandi, and have a lovely afternoon.